Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion. Probably fucks up pretty bad at Spelunky. Let's be honest here, it's been a bit of a mixed bag recently. I've had videos where I've died a lot, and I've had videos where I've died a lot, but also made a considerable amount of progress. There was that video recently, where I was like an inch away from getting to hell. Let's play as the pirate lady here, Captain Jackie Sparrow, and we're gonna try to make some good stuff happen. Again, I want to temper your expectations. Spelunky is not making a daily return. There's not gonna be 365 episodes of Spelunky within the next calendar year. But, you know, Spelunky's a series that I like playing, or a game that I like playing, and a series that I can always come back to and do some 1 or 2 or 3 off videos every now and then. And maybe, you know, over the course of several decades, basically the law of large numbers will finally come to fruition, and I'll be able to amass enough money and the proper conditions in order to be able to get to hell for once. I mean, I realize that once you get to hell, you know, the party's just beginning, then you gotta beat it. You gotta beat it, the Northernlion story. But you know, it took me 12 years to beat it for the first time, if we're gonna be really gross, so, I don't feel too bad about approaching 1 year without ever being to hell in Spelunky. But, we're gonna try. Wouldn't it be great? It would be truly Northernlion-esque if the first time I got to hell, I beat it. Just like dumb idiot luck, basically. I knew that was gonna be a snake. That was a smart play on my part to just kind of take things super slow. I mean, it's always a smart play, I think, to take things super slow in Spelunky, but just because it's smart doesn't mean I always necessarily, you know, adhere to that. So, just to run a refresher here in case you are not familiar somehow with the conditions that we need in order to get to hell in Spelunky. The first things first, we gotta get to the black market, so obviously we are gonna need the Ujat Eye. Damn it, it's only ropes. I was really hoping for bombs. We're gonna need the Ujat Eye, which comes in the golden chest. We're gonna require a key to get to that, obviously, or to get that, I should say. Once we get to the black market, we are gonna require $50,000 or balls of steel in order to kill all the shopkeepers or buy the ankh. And then we're gonna need to get to the ice caves. Well, luckily we got some more ropes because I'm gonna have to use some right away. Oh, that was kind of close. In getting to the ice caves, you know what? Is this worth 2 bombs to access 1 chest and 1 damsel? I'm kind of going all out here. We're gonna get some money out of it as well. I mean, the crate probably contains bombs. It doesn't, it contains more ropes. Now we are in a bad position. But, you know, I could always buy some more if I have the opportunity to do so. We got some health for it. But anyway, we gotta get to the ice caves. We gotta die in a specific level in the ice caves, be reincarnated, get to the temple, kill Anubis. Is there a bomb bag in here? There is, or a bomb box, that's what I meant. So we're gonna try to get 1,500 more dollars. And then we're gonna be able, oh no, I fucked it up. I fucked it up real bad, actually. What I was gonna do is just toss a bomb at that spider, obviously, as you might expect. And in doing so, here, I just need him to get a little closer. We can do this. Then you put the bomb there, then he jumps into it, and Bob's your uncle. We get a little paste and enough money to buy the bomb box, which we absolutely need. I don't like spending this much money. You know, the Matic is tempting as well, but not as tempting because they fixed the glitch. That was not an ideal circumstance, but, you know, now we do have 12 bombs. We're super low on money. Watch, this will be like a bomb box in here. Yeah, well, I mean, 15 bombs is still not necessarily that many, but, you know, obviously that could have gone worse, but it could have gone better as well. I can't really complain because I'm still alive, and, you know, plenty of bombs. We can always kill the shopkeepers. It's not going to give us the greatest chance of success, but it's certainly a viable option. And we got a lot of money on this floor, actually. We're at least going to be able to get back to the 9,000 we had when we came through here the first time. I think you know, with 12 ropes, it's probably not worth risking our damsel's health. Instead, I'll just toss a rope, and then we'll come through here and pick up this 1,500 gold here, which is actually really valuable. You know, those 1,500s add up. Obviously, we need, you know, something like 35 of them in order to reach 50,000. My math is probably terribly off, and if so, I apologize for that. But, you know, we're up to 12,500. Not too bad considering we started at 8,500 and spent 10,000 on this floor already. And we should have a reasonable amount of health, and, you know, health is a resource that's going to be very important for us moving forwards as well. Let's try not to accidentally kill our damsel by throwing her on some spikes. I'll just jump on top of that bat. You know, I actually feel like if in real life, if you jumped on top of a bat, that actually would not be the best course of action for you, because I'm pretty sure you would just, A, not even hurt it, because you're not really crushing it against anything, you're just kind of stepping on it. B, you know, it's not like you're going to be able to bounce. Gravity's just going to basically cause you to plummet to your death. Or at least, you know, plummet to some broken knees or something. But Spelunky don't work in the real world, man. This is where we are going to find the Ujat Eye. That's good news. The really good thing about having as many bombs as we do, despite the fact that we're relatively bomb confident, there's an altar as well, is that after we get that Ujat Eye, we will have the capability to use some of these bombs in all likelihood to find some gems if we need them. Hopefully we don't, but, you know, we probably will if I had to guess at this point. But, you know, we're at roughly half of what you need to get there, and we're roughly half of the way to getting there. So that's okay for now. Now, we're obviously going to want to take this chest with us. I'm just trying to do a quick inventory to see maybe what we might want to do, the direction we might want to go in order to find the key, because that's obviously our #1 priority. You know what? I think we want to go down here where the altar is. We'll be able to make our way back up if necessary anyway. I was worried about taking fall damage there. I don't want to accidentally sacrifice the chest. I don't know if that can even happen, but if it can, I certainly don't want to do it. This pot could contain something awesome, and actually, in a way, it does. I don't want to anger Kali here either. Now, but if we find the lady, the damsel, then I would very much like to sacrifice her at this altar and probably pick up some extra item, maybe the Kapala or something. Who knows, man? There is Monty here. As much as I hate to sacrifice the dog, I would rather sacrifice a human being, because, man, can you imagine how much better the world would be if it was run by dogs? Dogs know nothing of violence or war or famine or Chris Brown. Anyway, we're just going to take this guy up here. We're going to throw a rope. That should allow us to get all the way up here, drop our dog on the altar, and pick up the cape. Dog for cape is the greatest of all great trades. This is a borderline essential item. You usually want to have either the cape or the jetpack. Considering we have the cape, the ultimate upgrade that we could get now, or, you know, additional upgrade that we could get now, not interested in this clusterfuck over here, is the climbing gloves, or are the climbing gloves, I suppose. I would love to come across the key. That much should be pretty self-evident at this point. I was worried that that is exactly what was going to happen there, but that's okay. I'm assuming... There's the key. Okay, so we are going to have to use a bomb to make it happen. That's not so bad. And, you know, the fact of the matter is, we are doing totally fine on money now. We might end up being a little up against it if the black market ends up being, like, exactly on the first floor, like the very start of the first floor of the jungle. But as of right now, considering I haven't played Spelunky in at least 2 weeks, this is fairly good progress, I would say. We're on our 4th floor. We have, like, 32,000, lots of health, a cape. There's another altar, which I would definitely consider sacrificing another damsel at. But, you know, first we have to find another damsel. I was pretty sure that guy was going to come back to life. We're going to be able to get 3,500 gold for the cost of a rope, which is absolutely worth it, even though, you know, ropes are valuable in their own right. We're definitely going to need that money more than anything else right now. Now, I might have to use some more ropes to get back up here if we get a damsel, but that's another situation where it's going to be 100% worth it. Oh, almost got hit by the venom there. But, yeah, it's another situation where it's going to be, you know, literally 100% worth it because we're going to get some kind of item as a result of it. Now, I just need this spider to drop down here, and I'll kill him. Might have to use 2 ropes to get back up here. Now we're coming to the point where I'm like, you know, it might not be 100% worth it at this point. There is a bomb shop of sorts in here. We're just going to see what they have for sale in case they do have... just paste and bomb bags. Not really that interested to me. Oh, interesting to me, I should say. I accidentally lost my footing there, but that's all right. You know, maybe I will just pick up... Oh, come on. Come on. Maybe I will just pick up the damsel and drop her off at the exit. Don't necessarily need to go through to the altar. 7 health will guarantee my survival, perhaps longer than is the norm for me at this point in the game. Now, we are at 44,000. What I am going to do, I'm going to use a bomb here. We might have to use 2 bombs to make this happen, but there's an awful lot of gold and jewels in this surrounding area. That's only 300, so I'm eating my words a little bit. But there's enough here that I feel I could justify it. Picked up another 1,500 on that bomb. Now we're up to 46,000 roughly. I think we're in a pretty good position for being able to use the Jedi. So phase 1 is basically complete. Now we're just going to be moving on to phase 2, where we're going to be concerned with making sure I don't miss the blinking on the Jedi, and then I find the shop as best as I possibly can. Now, there is an idol right here, and in getting that idol, that will give us exactly all of the money that we need. There is another Monty as well, and in picking up that Monty, we'll have 8 health, which is way more than we could possibly need. I'm going to need to use a rope here because I'm a big idiot, but we're still doing very well on the bomb and rope front regardless, so I don't hear any blinking. I do have a kind of a delayed sound input here on my side, so I have to be a little bit cautious about that, I would say. Oh, I just saw blinking. Now, where is it? So now we're going to take a look. We do have over 50,000. So now it's all gravy, basically. I'm going to start trying to get some more money so that I can eventually maybe buy something else in there. Maybe a compass. Got to be a little bit modest with our possibilities here because, you know, we're not really cash rich right now. Do we have anything? I mean, I keep seeing the blinking. I'm just trying to figure out where it's most prevalent. Is it over here? Does not appear so. So it might be up on the upper left, and maybe I missed it. If so, that'd be pretty ironic, because I'm pretty sure that's where I was talking about making sure, like, that's the only thing that matters on this run, is not missing it. It might not be up here, though. It might be down. If so, you know, that's a waste of a rope, but I'd rather waste a rope than completely fuck up and not be able to find the exit. So, at this point, we should probably start looking for it. Again, if we have to use another rope to kind of make this work for us, that's okay. For right now, I just want to make sure that I'm kind of 100% in the right zone. Yeah, it's blinking like crazy here. So it's gotta be maybe right here. I think this is where we should place our bomb. We're gonna place one here. This should at least give us a clue. Oh, and now it's like crazy. Is it literally right next to the other exit? If so, that would be pretty insane. It is! Oh my god, I've never seen that before. Okay, so which one's the real exit? Which one's the fake exit? I'm pretty sure this is the fake exit right here. The lower one. So I'm just gonna pick up as much gold as I can. And I'm hoping this is the black market, because I'm gonna be pretty pissed off if I ended up going through the correct exit by accident. And, like, ruining this for myself. Good, it is the black market. Okay, so we have 66,000. We have 16,000 we can spend on something. Climbing gloves would be an excellent pickup. I have to be careful about killing that explosion frog down here by the ankh area, because he'll be real pissed. The shopkeeper, that is, will be real pissed. Oh my god, the boomerang just hit him. And thank god, that was probably... Oh my god, the boomerang didn't hit him. Thank god. That was oh, Jesus Christ. It was one of the scariest situations I've run into in a long time. Is just waiting for that to happen. So we'll buy the ankh. We have another 20,000, which we can afford to spend. Don't really need the damsel for once, so I don't need to worry about that. Buying a shotgun might seem like a smart idea, but it's actually not that useful. Because, you know, within a few floors, we're going to be abandoning that in favor of... Well, not in favor of anything, but just because we'll be losing our... whatever our held item is when we die to proc the ankh. So far, so good on this run. I would actually, you know, if there's anything I'm going to spend money on, shops become a little less frequent or a little less easy to get to after this point. Climbing gloves is a big one, and the other thing I'd want to buy is actually just more bombs. So climbing gloves is a good pickup. You know, at this point, why don't we just buy the mystery box and then see, maybe we'll get lucky. We've got a boomerang out of that. Probably not worth the 10,000 I spent on it, but can't really complain. Apart from that, things worked out very well for us here. I'll probably end up losing this, like, basically right away. I certainly could have gotten a boomerang for nearly free as well, but that's okay. At least we have a weapon moving forwards. With my cape, it should be easier to traverse this otherwise somewhat risky area. I realize that gold is easy to get, but at the same time, I don't want to F with anything, because this is probably the most, like, fundamentally solid Spelunky run I've had in a long time. It's been relatively free of strife. In fact, I don't even know if I've taken any damage at all now. Or so far, I should say. Which is extraordinarily rare for this point in the game, if we're being polite. If we're being impolite, Spelunky's usually something of a clusterfuck for me. So now, all I have to worry about for the rest of the jungle, which is only another 2 floors, I believe. All I have to worry about is survival. I would love to pick up the compass, because that's really useful on the ice caves. I'm trying to think of what else would be really useful. Obviously, the Kapala would be really useful. Beyond that, I guess spike shoes and spring shoes always have their own uses. I don't necessarily always make the best use of them, but they do always have their value. Now, I don't want to... Oh, man, that was a really good jump. I think it's the first time I've taken damage. And, you know, 14 minutes without taking damage is probably the longest I've ever gone in Spelunky. So that almost... I feel like that deserves a round of applause. Maybe not from you guys to me, but maybe from me to myself. Self-love is important, baby! Now, I almost got hit there. Believe it or not, that wouldn't have killed me. It wouldn't have even put me in that rough of a spot. I would have had 2 health left. Not nearly as much as I want to have, of course, but more than I often have at this point. Let's just hope it's not rushing water. Oh, even better, it's a darkness level. So, all we're gonna do here is okay, we're gonna take the torch. Boomerang can go fuck itself. There's probably a way to take both to the end, but, you know, in my opinion, better safe than sorry. We don't want to buy the help there, but I'm glad that we picked up the lightning bug regardless. I think we're just gonna fall down. The good news is, the cape, believe it or not, is actually really useful on these dark levels. Because when we're falling, we still have time to kind of like adjust our path as we see fit. Now just don't get hit by the monkey. My torch has now gone out, which is actually really bad for business. But I think I did kill another monkey there, so that's okay. Again, cape, really valuable here. Also a little harrowing, because I can't tell how close I am to the exit. But that's okay. There's a torch for us, and there's more damage, but that's okay. Toss him down here a little bit. Now we got a lot of light. That's both a positive and a negative, as you can probably tell by the number of tiki traps down here. But again, cape is going to make jumping easy enough, shall we say. There's the exit. Okay, so I lost a little bit of health. Not to worry. That has gone much better than I expected, although not as good as it could have possibly gone, I guess. What do you want? Next time you see me, can you bring me a shotgun? Sure, whatever. Then he asks for the fucking golden key, which is not going to happen, obviously, because I'm just trying to get to hell. But, you know, I'll give him the shotgun to get him off my back for a little while. So, we are looking for... Oh, watch out for that. I want to avoid things that could cause instant death, of which there are a couple down here. Not a super huge amount, but a couple nonetheless. There's a damsel. Well, I shouldn't call him a damsel. We're on a closer level with Monty. We don't have to call him simply by the generic term. I will take him to the exit. I mean, why not? It gives us a little bit increased chance of survival, even if I will be at, you know, 3 or 4 health starting very shortly due to having to kill myself to proceed, basically. I'm obviously being as cautious as I think I possibly can as I come through here. We might as well drop Monty off the exit. Just want to blow this up to kind of get it out of the way. We'll check out what this crate is. Hopefully bombs, because that's my strategy for fighting Olmec. It is indeed bombs. Then we'll come down here. I don't want to buy the shotgun, but I will buy the bomb bag. And I'm just hoping that I didn't actually miss the Ozymandias head. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But for now, I think things are going pretty well. It's going to take us back to 6 hearts, I think? I can't remember. Yeah, okay. I mean, obviously that doesn't matter because pretty soon we're going to be back at 4. And that's why I want the Kapala, so I can kind of get my health regenerated beyond that point. Although it doesn't matter all that much because, again, you know, Olmec basically kills you in one hit regardless. So we're in an interesting situation right now. I certainly would not say this is a bad situation by any stretch of the imagination, though. So we're going to, again, basically buy all the bombs available. I totally forgot I had climbing gloves, so I might not have needed to waste that rope on the last floor. But if, you know, we're at the point where I'm worrying about one wasted rope, that's a positive in my opinion. We might even be able to just jump. Here's the thing. Is it worth it? Almost certainly not. But at the same time, if I can get that money, why not? I think I'm safe to just leave this floor, but again, you know, why not? Better safe than sorry. We'll use a rope here. These ropes, I mean, they're valuable, but they're not as valuable as bombs are. And, you know, there might be more ropes in this crate over here anyway. In fact, there are more bombs, but that's fine with me as well. Just doing a quick kind of second check here to make sure there's no Ozymandias head. It's always a successful Isaac video, sorry, Spelunky video, when the, okay, be careful, that guy can one-shot you, I think. But yeah, it's always a successful video when I can, get the whole video done in only one Spelunky run. If I have 0 deaths or only 1 death, because I've never, I guess, had a run with 0 deaths, except for that time that I beat Olmec, but didn't get to hell, obviously. Okay, so I'm guessing that this is probably the one with the Ozymandias head. Again, I apologize for any kind of butchered pronunciation. We're totally fine. There he is. All we're going to do is throw ourselves to our deaths. There's other ways to make it happen. Of course, we could fall on the spikes. I think the only way it doesn't work is if you blow yourself up with a bomb. And you know what? We're not going to lose any items from doing it this way either. So we might as well just fall to our death here. The ankh will resurrect us. This has been, if I may toot my own horn, textbook Spelunky play so far, I've got to say. So we did, we popped the Hedget there. And we've moved on. I hope I actually picked up the Hedget. Please tell me I didn't just, like, move on without it. Is that even possible? Holy shit, I don't have the Hedget. This game just trolled the shit out of me. Okay. Maybe that doesn't matter, but I think it actually matters a great deal. If so, I offer my serious, like, most fucking, like, apologetic apologies, because that would be a fucking disaster of unparalleled proportion. And just, again, a testament to the fact that no matter what, I guess I will always find some way to fuck up my Spelunky run. Well, I guess we're just going to try to beat Olmec here, then. I mean, we're in a pretty good position to do it right now. We'll still try to kill Anubis, because picking up the staff will be really useful for us on the rest of the temple. But, man, Spelunky will... It just doesn't let up, man. You try and you try. Try all the time in this institution. And he prays! Yeah, we all know what we're talking about here. That was a good throw on Anubis. Might as well stick that second one on there as well. So he'll just die right away. Almost got killed by the whirly bird thing. Maybe he doesn't drop the staff if you don't have to hedge it. I think he would, though. Yeah, it's just gone all the way over here. So that's real unfortunate, because I can't combine the hedge it with it. Can we just use it here to kill this locust-spitting motherfucker? Sure. Yeah, go kill the mummy as well. Much appreciated. There are 2 mummies in here. It's unusual. We'll drop down and do that. Alright, now just don't get hit by the, your own staff elements here. He's not dead. It's like a scorpion mixed with a bird. He's got more, or mixed with a bee, I should say. He's got more health than I expected. Now, obviously, at this point, we're just going to try to make it to the exit. I guess I'll try to sneak my way in through that golden door. I figured that would work, and it did. I'll try to sneak my way through the golden door without the hedge it, but man, that is a colossal disappointment. I can't believe that they would actually let that happen. Not to take the blame off myself, because I probably should have waited. That's the problem. My reflexes are just too fast, man. I'm really, actually, considerably worried about the possibility of that staff killing me. Alright, so we killed it before the locust could actually get to me. I'm just going to use a bomb to get through here. I'm pretty sure I could easily kill Olmec. Now, I probably shouldn't say that because I'm going to jinx myself, but with 32 bombs, I'm pretty sure Olmec should not be a big problem. And you know what? Even just killing Olmec for the second time would be kind of a colossal success in this video, you've got to admit. Alright, both of these enemies have died, but I have to be a little cautious because I don't want to accidentally get myself killed on that spinning donut of doom. Alright, that's going to be the... Is this the second level of the temple done? If it is, then I just totally skipped over the golden door as well. It was indeed. So we got one more level, then Olmec. Just consider it like an Isaac video at this point where we're trying to defeat Mom. There is another damsel, but it doesn't matter too much because Olmec will kill us in one hit. The enemies that Olmec creates won't necessarily kill us in one hit, but Olmec himself will. There's an easy way to get to the exit without having to deal with this thwomp, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. Let's go fight Olmec and drown our tears in the spoils of victory. Hopefully, as we move on to this Olmec fight. The staff doesn't really do all that much for me. Still, though, just getting to this level feels pretty damn good, I've got to say. As I might sound like I'm not as angry as maybe I should be over the fact that I didn't pick up the hedge it. I should not have fired the staff there. That's going to make things more difficult for me. But at the same time, the reason I'm not too mad about it, quite frankly, is because I'm still super psyched that I've managed to get this far. Now, let's just not fuck it up. That's a big part of this. Getting out of here is gonna be another... Oh, my God. Of course, I botched it right at the very end of the Olmec fight. But in any case, that was an awesome run. I'm very pleased with that, even though it might not sound like I should be. Apart from that instant death on Olmec, that was awesome. I'm excited to get back to Spelunky literally 10 seconds from now once this video finishes saving on the computer. And I can, you know, export the audio. But in any case, thank you guys for watching. I will be back. Doesn't it feel like the scent of progress is in the air right now? Again, thank you guys for your continued watching and support of the Spelunky series. I will see you next time.